Seems a strange decision. I really feel the conditions are going to be tricky to bat in at the start. The openers are really going to have to concentrate in the early overs.
Players making their way out. It's a great crowd in today with plenty of atmosphere around this ground. Plenty of wickets on offer and runs. Batters and bowlers are in the game, and there's some quality players in both teams. So I'm expecting an even contest. Let's see what happens. Right, so we're ready to get underway. There's always something special about the first delivery. It can really set the tone for a match.
Yadav coming in.
Was quick onto that in the infield. Thick edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Just pads that one. Can't get that outside the ring field. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. That'll be a dead ball.
Into the second over, the batting team are now 10 for none.
Yada from the north end. That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on.
He's got their tail up.
Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment.
Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. No, no, no. Terrible shot. Misses everything. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Oh, great shot.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. India 9 for none.
First over of the second innings is complete, and it was a good one for the batters. Some lovely shots played.
The bowler was almost pleading with the umpire. Couldn't hit anything through the mics. It just might be a bit of a suspect review by the batter. I can't see this getting overturned.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though.
Yeah, not the best of reviews there. Great call by the umpire, though.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Wow, that's missed the lot. Nearly gets the edge. Bosch with a great delivery there. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Villiers, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. shot. That's one for the crowd.
Well, they've faced one ball, scored 6 runs. Can't be much more efficient than that.
Huge over, 20 runs out of there. India are 29 for 1.
With 2 overs completed in the power play and at 12 plus and over, they're just ahead of the required run rate. Superb start.
Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Couldn't get it through the field. Edged. Yeah, they've gone up here. There's no debate about that one. Out. Nicely done by the keeper.
Well, they lose the second wicket, and it's a long way back to the pavilion, and you can tell they're not happy with the way they got out.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Everyone's gone up.
That's a key wicket. Not what you'd want so early in the innings, barely troubling the scorer.
31 for 3.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Bosch from the south end. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Shot on the front foot. No one's getting that.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. That is huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take your pick.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
10 runs added in that over. India are 41 for 3.
4 gone in the power play, and we've seen some excellent running between the wickets and good shot making, with a little sprinkle of luck as well, of course.
Over the infield with a cracking shot.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Straight to the fielder. Trouble! Berger over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. India are 52 for 3.
So at the midpoint of the power play, they're going at an excellent rate, just ahead of the required rate so far.
That was another great delivery. Nice and short and just tucking the batter up. No more of that in this over, unfortunately.
Oh, great run out.
It's another wicket, the 4th now. Sometimes you just accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Sundar ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Caught, gone. Straight to cover point for an easy catch.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Oh, nice catch. Great reactions. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and they've taken a good catch.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6 wicket gone. That's not a lot left in this lineup.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball, though. Brilliant shot there.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Brilliant. That'll take some catching.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right.
That was another great delivery. Nice and short and just tucking up that batter. No more of that this over, unfortunately.
Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot. How will the bowler respond?
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
You wouldn't have thought the power play was over by the way the batters have kept going on with it. They're well above the required rates.
Over the infield with a cracking shot. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. It's their best ball, top shelf.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. End of the over, 5 runs coming from it. India are 79 for 7.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. No, terrible shot. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Misses everything. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Doesn't beat the infield. India weren't given much of an opportunity there. A very tidy over. It's been a great bowling display so far. Would be very well deserved to pick up a 5th wicket today. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide, square leg. Could be 4.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Villiers, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Nearly gets the edge. Bosch with a great delivery there. Nice shot, pierces the infield.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Pinged off the bat.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
They've done well. Sometimes after the power play, the run rate can drop a bit, but the batters have kept up the intent they had early on, and this run chase looks secure.
Over the infield with a cracking shot. Goes over the top with that shot.
Well, there wasn't a lot of time to choose the right end, but unfortunately, they went for the wrong one.
Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. India, 105 for 7.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Jensen, the left armour, is coming on to bowl from the south end. Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Didn't keep the foot behind the line. That could be costly with a free hit for the batter now. Whacks the free hit away. The fielder coming around to cut it off perhaps. Edged. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Onto that early, that could be 4. Jensen will be happy that's finally over. Truly dreadful bowling and time for some fielding changes in the deep, methinks.
You wouldn't have thought the power play was over by the way the batters have kept going on with it. They're well above the required rate. Might look to go big again here. A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one this over.
Great shot. It was a good length to try that, and they did that with maximum results. 6 more.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Edge, but it drops safely. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Out. Nicely done by the keeper.
The 8th wicket to fall. The opening batters out there in the field will probably be starting to prepare themselves for their own innings.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. India are 126 for 8.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks along with some good running. A very good total is on the way. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter, and the umpire says that's the first of 2.
Too good. That is huge.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Whacked away.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
They had a great foundation early on, and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
Great shot through the gap. Needs to be on target. Drilled that one away. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. End of the over. 9 off it. India are 150 for 8. Jensen from the south end.
Just 2 to win.
Perfectly timed.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved. A great victory, extremely close, right to the end, and to bring the win home like that is something special.
What a match we have just witnessed, right down to the wire, and the smallest of margins deciding it. Join us next time, where we hope we can deliver to you more of the same.